Here we go. Key level coming up. Let's try and play some good poker here. We're getting deep in the bottom middle. T-Rex, full tilt. 6k, 6.5 up top. We're coming 4 of 25. 15 get paid. It's business end. Top middle. The Triceratops stud at the same time. And we are, where are we exactly here? 18 of 51 and 45 get paid, so it's going to the money. Top right, we're on life support, but in the bubble. 43. I don't think, yeah. How many get paid? 170. I think we can actually maybe fold here into the money. Bottom left is 109. We're kind of getting close to the money in that one too. 319 left on 270 get paid. Top left is $55. Let's bring in this 27 turbs. Got some more chips to play with. It's a bit more exciting. And exciting when you get there with 710. We had to call there obviously against a very short stack jam. So I think the strategy top right is just to fold down to nothing and try and scrape into the money. Unfortunately, the blinds are going up X level, so we're not going to be able to last very long. I'm going to just time out. That's how desperate I am for €35. But I just think it's just correct strategy. I mean, you know, money's money. If we have to do it to get €35, then so be it. Because we still have to get 9 people to bust, and we are very short, so. There she blows with the ace king. Ace 10. Yay. 6. Okay, we'll pump that up a bit. Put a little bit of a pump on. Interesting that we haven't been able to shake him bottom right. I feel like he actually has ace high as well. We have a gutser as well, so I try and shake him. He's probably got ace 10. Don't think he can call with it. Reason why I say that is just because I think a pair probably jams pre. Probably. Be close. It would have been a bit of a hero call if he called ace high. This is a super knockout bottom left, so it's a little bit harder to get fold equity in that spot. Loosish call. Actually, probably should have raised a little bit larger top left. So we are in the money now, top right, which is good timing really, since we have the king queen here. So I guess top left now we have to fold pre. I should have raised a little bit larger pre-flop just to prevent hands like 8-10, like 8-10 coming along. Still not quite sure how 9-10, 8-10 comes along, but each to their own. So let's go with just trying to think of what to bring in here. Probably let's go with a rebuy just to mix it up a bit. It's a 6 max. I like to keep 6 max on the main display if I can, just because the action whips around a lot quicker. Bit of a sticky fish, this guy, I think. Yeah. Probably gonna check back and just thinking what I'll do if he bets river. He decides to bet turn. Wow. I actually really think he has a jack 9 and jack 8 a lot here, but I think I'm going to fold. Even if we have the best hand, I mean, it's going to be hard to call barrels, and I mean, it's not. I mean, we could be crushed, but if we do have the best hand, I mean, there's still a lot of bad rivers. So I'm going to just raise pretty large up here, I guess. It's our 8-10 offsuit friend called behind, so hard to imagine he's going to fold to a 3-bet. Hard to imagine he's thinking at all, though, if he's calling behind an early open with 8-10 off. That was pretty disgusting. It was absurd, really. Absolutely absurd. But my fault, because I should have raised a bit larger pre, just to make sure we get heads up. So just going to bet pretty big here. Just going to sail it in. Not too much to think about. He's going to call with any pair. He's probably got 7-8, 10 jack, nothing, ace-2, snap fold. Just call donk like a fish. I just don't think calling on the flop is good. He might jam turn, but I just don't think it's necessary, you know, just in case something silly happens. Ace, king, 8, 9, those sorts of turn cards. You know, the pot was already big. We don't really need to, you know, we don't really need to try to induce that last little bit of action when the pot's already massive, and we know he's calling anyway with any pair or probably any gut shot. Might as well just sail it in. Our hand's a little bit vulnerable. If we had had aces, I would have just called. Kings, I probably would have just called as well. Actually, kings, I probably just would have sailed in as well, but aces, I would just flat. I think aces just blocks a few more of the combos that he might have, like the ace-8 and ace-9, where he's got the gut shot and the over. In the case of if we have queens or kings and that sort of thing, or if he's just donked with ace-jack or something, you know, ridiculous. So I'll raise top left, maybe we can get in a pot with him again. I say maybe because we've still got a few players behind to get through. We can call if this guy jams. So top middle we are in the money now, and bottom middle we are 3 of 20. Wow. I think I'm going to fold when he's small 3 bets. A player like that is more likely to just donk off passively than get aggressive like that. And so I think we could be in bad shape. So you can probably assert some ICM pressure on these guys. Well, most of the table actually, except Bianca. But these guys are kind of tight anyway, so I don't think they're going to allow themselves to, I don't know how often Keyhole raises here. Well, actually, he does raise small blind a lot. 54, 65, 98. Just going to pop that one up a bit, I think. And if he jams, he jams. Wow, he just calls and we flop the nuts. It's huge. Wow, he's drawing dead. Wow. 5-6, he calls a 3-bet out of position. It's pretty horrific. Good for us though. Just like that, we get his chips. And there was I saying I don't think he's going to get out of line with ICM in play, and he just raise calls the 3-bet out of position with 5-6 off. And that's just part of the reason why that player is just not quite... he's okay, but he's just not up there because he just does that sort of random donkey stuff. I think he's one of those players that just gets a little bit emotional about things and just thinks, well, ace is up, I know you're 3-betting wide here. Yeah, but you can't call out of position with 5-6 off. You just can't. It's never going to go good. You're never ahead. And as it was, he was actually dominated. But that was kind of a worst case for him, I guess. Yeah, especially with the emotion out of the game and try and make logical decisions. That just seemed like a frustrated decision to me. Like, I knew you were 3-betting, I'm not folding. I'm going to flop a pair and a gutser and just get it in and stack off. Tra-la-la-la-la. So top middle here, I don't think we can fold just because he's on the button and he's only M5. And we need a 10. And a spade. Chop it up. I think we're ahead of that guy's range, but I just think there's a few too many players behind. And we are M8. In that sort of instance, as a guide, you can sort of think, okay, what's my PN? 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. I mean, we'd need 48 as a PN there if we were going to open jam first in. I don't think we can fold that, can we? Or no. Especially not because it's a knockout. So we get that small pot. Oh, hand for hand now, bottom left. Got to keep our eye on that. That'll bust super quick. That'll be over before we know it. Because there's 270 get paid. There's 271 left. It'll be over straight away. Such a deep field. She's got a limp UTG. 3, 4, 5, 6. Are we going to take that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think we are. Shove that in. So winning the little ones. We're good at winning these little ones, aren't we? It's pretty tempting on a gut shot there, isn't it? 6 comes, but just too short for it. Wow, mini 3-bet. That's pretty annoying. So bubble's long gone down there now. And we're very short, so it's just going to sail that one in. Sorry guys, I'm just feeling a little bit off at the moment, just a bit tired. It's a bit weird. In a bubble, can we raise here? I think I'll leave it. Let's bring in this one. Just jam that, I guess. It's very loose opener UTG. We're only M8. Could 3-bet to 2000, but I think it's much of a muchness. Jamming is fine. We were down to just a couple of big blinds in that tournament, and now we're up to a decent stack again. M16 now. So just took the initiative bottom left. Now we can fire and try and fold out some smaller pairs or similar type hands. Probably has the same hand. Maybe King Jack or something. It's going to be one of those spots where it folds around to us where... Wow, what a flop. Where if we raise swish, he's going to know that we're probably raising any two. Therefore might want to play back wide against us. Yeah. I was hoping he had the ace of hearts, obviously, spades, obviously. I think bottom left, it's just a little bit hard to get value because we have the king, we have the second nuts blocker, we have the third nut blocker, and this is hard. I mean, as it was, he had a weak pair, so I was kind of hoping that he was going to turn it into a bluff. Tight fold top left. We could 3-bet. Might even be better actually to have 3-bet there. I don't know, I just had a bad feeling. I got absolutely no stats on the cutoff, and probably could have 3-bet. And then if Angelina wins jams from the big blind, we just call it off. Small value, top right, he's check back flop. It's going to be hard to get action. Might get ace-10 to call. Might get 7s or something weak to call. So probably looks like it's sailing in top middle here. Well, we got a walk. Having said that, we get a walk. I think I'm just going to jam this guy. And I probably just would have raised on them there, but I think I'm going to fold now. And here I think 3, 6, 7 and 1 is 8. I'm going to try and isolate to this guy. He's only just under M5 jamming, so he can have smaller pairs, he can have just broadways. And I wouldn't have minded if the 6s had come along. That's for sure. Six, 7 probably can't quite fold. One more diamond. Come on. It's getting a bit greedy. Sorry I'm a bit flat today, guys. Just just feeling a bit under the weather. I think it's that bread I ate before or something, I don't know. We'll try a little cheeky one there. You have to be a little bit careful at this sort of buy-in level. It's $26. They do flat a little bit more than you would expect. You know, they shouldn't really be flatting here because we're only opening a mate from second, but they will probably still flat with like king 10s and jack 10 suited and 4s and stuff that they're not getting odds to play. It's best played as 3-bets or folds, especially with players behind and so forth. But there's also the possibility that they're trapping, you know, the players trapping some of the time. But I think with the 2 overs, the backdoor flush and straight, I'm just going to go ahead and bet and just hope for the best. If we do get an ace or a king or a 9 or an 8, I'd probably shove turn. There'd be around 30,000 in there. We got 35 behind, so we'd have a pretty good SPR, but he does just get it in, and he's probably got like a king 10 or something annoying. Yeah, that's why you got to be a little bit careful in those. I mean, we got jack queen, which plays okay anyway post, so it's okay, but got to be a little bit careful stealing. At that stack depth, normally in bigger buy-ins, you know, you get more folds because players are sort of, they know they don't have any post-flop playability. It's kind of just a shovel fold, you know, if it's not pre, then on the flop. But these players, lower buy-ins, they don't really think that, you know. They're like, oh, he has $34,000. I'm going to call here with my pocket 2s for 10,000 and try and win a big pot, kind of thing. Because it is only a $26, so, and it's the weekend. So you can expect a sort of a mixed bag of players. So the bubble down the bottom middle has broken. I probably didn't make the most of that bubble, in all honesty, but wow, we have so many outs on the bottom left that I'm actually thinking about leading now. I think I will. I mean, if he jams, we have so many outs. I think that it's not that bad, but we can actually get value now from ace queen and queen king, and just folded aces. Did he just fold aces? Did he just fold aces, that guy? Is that what he had, bottom left? He did, he folded aces. Look at the fold equity we get there. How does he fold aces there? And we get all in with aces against queens, so. And we managed to hold up. So we're actually doing okay in that one. We're now 13 of 29. And 3 of 15 down the bottom middle. There's call steals only low. Steals. The steals high. I think I'm just going to fold. It's a bit annoying when that happens. You know, a player brings it in before you, and you had a nice sort of, you had a nice spot to, you know, to jam on the shorter stacks behind. I'm going to play this as a raise, I think. They seem to be dropping pretty fast up the top. So I was just checking that last hand, bottom middle. Saw that we got 4-bet, and then this guy brown folded. It's kind of interesting. Because he certainly was ripping big. This one's just going to go in. This guy's on the Lucius side, and you know, he just snap folds. We got fold equity, and we could have the best hand. And probably could have tanked a little bit, but there's so much dead money out there. I mean, I don't know how much of a difference tanking's going to make to his range. It's pretty polarized. He's either got a hand he's snapping with, like Ace Queen or Jacks, or he's just snap folding with like Ace 4 5, or you know, King Jack or something. I don't know. So top left, just going to shove it. I think that's the guy we were playing before on the final table of a 33 rebuy. Well, it's so annoying. There's 3. And we were getting quite deep in that. It's 10, 3, 13. 3-bet on the button a lot. It's enough for me to see. This guy's so short though. That's the weird thing. But I think I'm going to take it anyway. This is a kind of close spot. I think I will raise it up. It doesn't look like this guy folds to too many 3-bets. And he does appear to be a little bit on the tight side. I'll just put one bet here and try and fold out like Ace 9 and pocket 7s and stuff like that. And if we get resistance, I'll give up. It's kind of annoying. He's probably got King Jack. Wow. It's pretty tempting now to shove in. But we might have King Jack. I don't think he has King Queen. The question is, does he call with a Jack? You know, if he's got Jack 9 or Jack 10, does he call? It's a pretty close one. 60 out there. I think I will go for it here. King 10. He could have King 10, I guess, as well. We don't know how he plays his draws. That's the problem. I'll check it. Very close. I mean, you could go either way. Yeah, I mean, he probably folds it. He might hero with it. We've got Mormon here, so just going to raise this up. I think he's got just enough room actually to 4-bet us if he wanted to. Be a little bit thin. So it's pretty annoying, you know. That's the problem with those guys that don't fold. You know, he's called with the 10-jack off versus a 3-bet. SPR is really bad for him post. But you know, it's just risky. But you know, sometimes you get good barreling opportunities. Sometimes you get into value. Sometimes you get well, most of the time you just get them to fold because they just don't hit often enough because they're calling too wide, and that's the risk there. You can see the way he's kind of snapped pre-flop. He was like angry, you know. Oh, you're 3-betting me. I'm not folding. Have the 10-jack, sort of thing. So against those guys, you know, you got to be careful because you know, if you got the ace-5, you're not flopping very good most of the time. But you know, most flops he's going to be folding on when we see bet, so I think it's okay. And then there'll be lots of situations too where we can, you know, fire barrels. Not so many against 10-jack, but against his range in general. Had a lot of ace-kings, haven't we? We seem to have had quite a few ace-kings. It'd be good to get Mormon's scalp, just because he's, you know, obviously a very dangerous player. For those of you that don't know, Mormon is a bit of a crusher. So we're still 3 of 12 there. It would have been interesting to see if he folded the 10-jack before. I think he may have folded it. I think. Wow, it's hard to say, isn't it? He's got an SPR of 1. Yeah, it's really hard to say. He may have heroed. Really not sure. 14 of 40, bottom right. It's top 36 get paid, so getting close to bubble time. Wow. Does this guy fire again on an ace? I don't think we're quite folding yet, to be honest. This guy's actually very loose. Oh, I don't like the way he's tanking. That makes me think he's more likely to have an ace. Saw a guy barrel in this spot earlier with just like a 9-10 sort of guts. Might have been worse than that. Yeah, he's just barreling, you know. I mean, somebody obviously has an ace, but he just can't control himself, you know. Surprised he didn't bet river. So he had the king high, king queen. Bets flop, fires turn. And I don't think I was folding if he shoved river. you know, you got a loose fish just barreling it off, and he's repping a very thin range, and we're pretty high up in our range, so folds aren't happening. Playing a little bit tight in the T-Rex, just because we've got a lot of ballers on the table. And it's just very easy for them to, well, not easy for them, but just, you know, just aggressive players. And I don't want to be opening and fold. I don't want to make a habit of opening and folding. Especially not when I think we can get action when we do get hands. There's a decent chance that we get action when we get hands. I think this one I will open with the ace blocker. These two are going to jam a fair bit though, which is annoying. It's a little bit hard for these guys to 3-bet though. They have to commit to him, so that's one consideration. We're going into the queens at the top there, and we almost get there, but not quite. This is the guy that defended with, what was it before he had? King 4 something. So that's annoying that we finished 23rd there. Probably clean these tables up a little bit. I think we can actually fold now. We are slightly ahead of ace-3 and ace-5. You could have, I guess, 5-8 some of the time, 5-6. But if he has a pair, well, yeah. I guess you could have spades some of the time too, like Queen 8 of spades is probably not impossible. But 16 to call. We tried to bet small enough to give us an escape path. Pretty close. It would have been nice just to have a little bit more equity to fall back on in some way. So we can get some action here. Come on, Branca. Give it to us. Boom. 3-bet button. You love to do it. Don't pretend you don't. Here we go. Kings. Queens. Yes, come on. Looks like Mr. Clout has crushed here. Looks like he's got ace 10. That 6 is good. Oh, good. Yeah, I'm just going to take this against Norman. Yeah, it's kind of close. Yeah, he snap folds. So gets his spot where he likes to open. I mean, spot. It's a pretty good spot for him to 3-bet. We have a decent hand, obviously. What's happening in this hand? I don't even remember. That's hand for hand. That's right, we said it was hand for hand before. Pretty good players here left in this. Wow, kidding me? Freaking all-star lineup. All-star final table. These guys are all incredible. These guys are all up like $500,000 full tilt alone. I've finally seen a player that has an ability of 99. And it's Mormon on full tilt. Don't think I've ever seen that before. That's what I'm looking at, guys. Look at this, Mormon 99, Wool Wizard 97, Comigendo 95, Rockapar is 87. Wow, these guys are all up a lot. Where is Donnie's solid? Oh my god, AD's got ability 97. Are you kidding me? There's a donk on this table. What is it, us? Well, every donk can have his day, that's what they say, right? Every donk can have his day. It's just 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Yeah. Okay, we found our fish. Yeah, I think I will fire here. And wow. I think I gotta check. Just worried he has like 4s or 6s, something we can fold out, but he's probably got broadways a lot. We get the spade. Could have a big spade, so it's wow. Wow. I think he would have. Would he have check raised? Well, maybe not with king of spades. Would he have check raised with king of spades? Well, it just looks like it's a value bet, but looks like it's a value bet with a queen of spades or something. But I don't think we can fold. I just don't think he quite often enough, you know. I mean, it's 7 to win, 22-ish. We get our own bet back if we're wrong. Can we fold? It looks like he's got it, but just trying to think what hands would bluff. I mean, he could turn, I guess, like a weak ace into a bluff, or what's he called to flop with is the question. Ace 9, does he turn like ace 8 into a bluff? Ace 8 suited or something? Yeah, ace queen. It looked like it had queen of spades. I think any less than the jack is. Yeah, I mean, he's probably got it or not. I guess it's hard to say that, but I think I probably should have folded that. I think a bit tired. I mean, it really did look like he called the flop with a big spade. As it was, he had the ace as well, but yeah, I think it was a back call. And much needed break, because you can probably tell, guys, I'm a little bit out of it at the moment. So try and freshen up a bit and be back soon, hopefully feeling better and focused.